What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's where we build Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communication satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh yeah, it's like me for crazy traders.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome. I don't even know how I'm here today. For real, man. Welcome fucking to the show. Sponsored by Midnight. I don't know. By the way, I don't know what the fuck is going on X. The shit's not working. So for those that are trying to tune into X, you can go on to YouTube. You can go on to wherever, okay, to go ahead and catch the show. We got Landy waiting backstage. I'm going to get right to it. Again, Midnight, Poly Market, Cake Wallet, FOMO. They are the sponsors of the show. They are the sponsors of the show. Let's bring in Landy. By the way, yesterday, I held a space. It's supposed to be for 20 minutes, 3 o'clock in the morning. Fuck you, Landy. Just want to let you know, fuck you. That's how I'm starting off the show today. Hi. Is this not working?
I'm here. Give me just one second.
Yeah. Take care of the. Tell them on Spaces that you're tuning in.
I'm not on Spaces, but give me just 1 second. I got to get back to the setup here in just a minute. But you're welcome for saving you yesterday. You're welcome, and I appreciate it. What a great end of the show yesterday, by the way.
Yo, we had such big time. I can't front because the viewership was off the hook. So people do want to see. People do want to see. Yo, do you? By the way, the comment section doesn't work. I cannot see who's. I cannot see who is trying to go ahead and have or get feedback on the conversations that we're having today. Apparently, Restream is experiencing a problem. Every day there's a fucking problem. You know, I've noticed that every fucking day there's a fucking problem.
Yeah, Restream's been a little odd lately. I noticed this on Friday with my stream as well. That I had to actually go and manually open up the stream in a different browser tab so that I could see what people were saying. So,
I mean, yesterday was fun. I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I did actually have a lot of fun. All kidding aside.
Yes. Look, that's
now.
The
Will
kind
I ever
of vibes.
trust my audience again? No. I will never trust our audience again. So apparently, was it? I don't know if Robotnik's joking or not, but apparently, as we asked Robotnik, I don't want to say these names because people are like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Are you talking about Sonic the Hedgehog?"
I mean, essentially, in the same universe.
Oh man. But you know what? The conversation that we had yesterday, right? And what I tried to articulate yesterday in regards to number one, I really do feel that Spaces. I hate dictating what it should be like, right? Because I think maybe it came off like that yesterday. But for somebody who's just coming in to crypto, and they're coming into this ecosystem, which is fast, and the attention span is 3 seconds, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to host a room, right? If you are, at least this is the way I look at it. If you go host a room, I'm not saying you can't have fun in it. Like, I'm not saying you can't go in and have a ton of fun, like crack jokes, have those type of vibes. Do that. But I think 80% of the show or that space should be about why. Mm-hmm. That's really, and I think me and Sakasa agreed on that. But in general, I believe that it should be about why, because we have a bad taste in our mouths from everything that's happened here in the last few years, right? 3-4 years, call it maybe even 5. We're quick to dismiss everything. Yeah. Now, if that's our attitude in general, then I feel that even if we're building something, we won't be able to present it. Because there's not going to be a community sitting there and saying, you know what, I'm going to participate in this when they won't even explain why. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Because like,
Yeah.
if I'm a new person coming in and I can't get an explanation as to why, I don't know if I'm staying in the room. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. I mean, look, we've shifted from, and this might be a little bit of a revolt. It's kind of a combination of things, but I think about it like this, especially when it comes to memes specifically. It is that, I've said, and I think you agree with this, is that memes were a double middle finger to the regulation, that was the regulatory bodies and the regulators and the state of regulation surrounding crypto, right? Essentially, meme tokens being, that, no promise of returns, no team, there's no real way to classify this as anything like and there's really no classification under the SEC, right? So they cannot ding you for the same types of things that they were going after XRP for instance, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was a bit of a response to that, even from folks that you wouldn't consider being for XRP as an ecosystem and token. It was kind of this nice kumbaya moment, coming coming on the heels of the regulatory environment shifting against all of crypto at once. So, that though led to what we see now, which is just ticker after ticker after ticker after ticker. And I've argued that what this is now done as the conversation got away from the whys, it got away from the lore, it got away from the double middle fingers to the regulators and the governments. It got away from that and more towards what's the next play, right? And then that just continues this path of increasing pace of launches, and of rotation. So you're constantly getting liquidity churning, and then of course a bunch of people who are going to take advantage of that type of environment because they're here to make money off of other people in not so kind ways, right? But also what you're getting into, so they kind of have cover. Even the bad actors kind of have cover because it's like, well, you know what you're getting into. There's no promise of returns. There's no team. There's no utility, right? So we're just gonna launch and rug essentially, and that we saw that a lot, and then we saw platforms that allowed for launches to really accelerate aggressively, very easy and very cheap to create a token contract. It's all automated and we always talk about hide the wires. Well, the wires are definitely hidden with a lot of these launch pads. I think it was a good conversation surrounding that as well. As like David had mentioned yesterday that their intent may not have been to create an environment where like what we saw,
Sorry,
which
I had to
is
take
the
this.
result.
I had to take some.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So
I don't even know what. Yo, I'm still pissed off. I'm going back there.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Why? Well,
I know it. ADD
oh,
moment. or something.
you're good. You're good. I mean, we're all a little ADD here. I mean, that is also another result of the token launch platforms as we all become ADD. But when then the conversation has drifted everywhere you go, it's drifted away from understanding even what crypto is, why you would have crypto, other than here's a play you could potentially make a ton of money in, right? And we already know the statistics. Most people lose money trying to chase tickers, right?
Yeah.
I mean the stats are kind of crazy. And you know what's interesting? So I reposted this. I don't know if you saw this. But I reposted this. There's been some quant data that came out regarding traders. Now, often you would hear like, "Oh, traders are net. Most traders lose," and like all this other stuff. Did you know that the data shows that traders actually made more money and utilized institutions as exit liquidity the prior bear market into the most recent bull market? that's a wild statistic. I've argued for understanding how to, do analysis, how to do fundamentals, and also how to trade and obviously, stop loss, take profit, layer orders, resting orders with spot bids. And, if you're going to get in and be degenerate, you can go use leverage. But I do think it's interesting that what ended up happening was traders were the outsized winners in the bear to bull market this past cycle, and are still winning even in this bear market. And if you look at the statistics on the other side of that, you see that in any other kind of token launch type of a platform, the outsized majority, like to the tune of like 95 to 98%, lost money.
Yeah.
That's wild. And that's because we drifted away from educating people and went into chase mode and chasing the liquidity wherever it went.
I mean, look, I just believe that, like, if for the memes, for instance, right? If we're not going to sit here and really, we're not going to allow for a conversation to happen, then people are just not going to stick around. And what you're going to get in these rooms is a bunch of people that came for either drama or for comedy. I'm just that serious. Like that's who you're going to have a conversation with, and they're not really serious about crypto in general. I mean, okay, maybe 2 out of 10 will go into whatever it is that you want to discuss at some point, but they're not taking it seriously. There is one side of the fence. So this, I broke this down. This one side of the fence that takes this space really serious from a money standpoint. They don't care about crypto. They just see money. And yeah, it's like, listen, I have friends who are VCs, but I'll say what it is. They are here. They're surrounding themselves with the ultimate degens. They're in their special group chats, maybe even Signal chats, maybe even on Radar chat. Shout out to Radar chat. But maybe that's where they're coming up with plans to go ahead and, air quote, dictate the meta that goes out here into these streets. And they're winning. They're printing. They're not really explaining anything. They're not really getting into the nuance of what this meme's about and no, this is the dope shit of the day kind of thing. And people are chasing because people are hopeless. I really believe that. There's no more hope. Like, there used to be space. I remember there used to be a massive amount of spaces. And by the way, anybody who runs a space, sit back and listen to what I'm saying, and don't take this as, oh my God, he's disrespecting me. I'm not trying to disrespect you. If anything, I'm trying to show you something. And that is, there used to be spaces where maybe I would say 6 to 7 out of 10 would be providing value because they were limited to a certain amount of people in terms of opening them, right? So now you're providing value, right? You're testing, you're providing, people are coming on stage, they're providing value. Value is different value proposition is different in people's eyes. Like, you see value as different in a different way than I do. But there was discussions, right? There were conversations, debates, whether or not this thing is good or not. Why build there? Why build everything on Bitcoin? Even Bitcoiners were having as toxic as that environment was. They were talking about Bitcoin. Now the Bitcoin spaces talk about furniture. Landy, come on, it's the fucking truth. I'm not talking about the spaces you attend. But again, that's 1 or 2 out of 10, where it used to be 9 out of 10.
I agree with you.
The information highway has been closed off. It's limited. It's like it's actually kind of like the early internet days, where there's kind of like just limited access. That's how I feel with this current ecosystem. So yeah, like you have a bunch of hopeless people that are dying to rally behind something, but they can't rally because there's nobody to rally behind. There's no information to rally behind. Everybody, and including myself, we talk about people being patient. Be patient. Delay your gratification. Okay. What other rooms can I go to delay this gratification and learn? Where? Like, think about what I'm saying right now. Where can they go to delay their gratification and not jump in and ape in and chase and waste all their 401ks and IRAs and lose all their where do they go? There's no answer, because I'll tell you what the answer is. They don't really have a choice. There are only, if you're talking about there's 1,000 spaces, there's only 15. And maybe they're not in your time zone.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't feel like listening to recorded spaces because they actually want to be involved. How many people are reluctant to go onto a stage and speak? A lot.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they have a serious question, but there's not a serious conversation happening. So they leave.
Yeah.
And now you imagine you got to go ahead and learn crypto on your own. Still, it's easier now than it was before, but you still have to learn crypto on your own. You know how difficult that is? And then if you want to learn about trading, okay, Linda, you got a show Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays is awesome. Okay, that's great, but they still want to learn the beginnings and the basics of how do you look at a chart, right?
Yep.
That shit is not being provided here. And the people that do provide that are looking to sell these people an ebook. Like, I know this. Like, I've seen, look at TikTok. You know what I'm talking about.
I know it's here too. It's everywhere here. Everybody's got a damn book they want to sell you. And then they're all derivatives.
If everybody, the biggest thing is, how people used to say, well, if you're selling a book, you're not really making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe like a Grant Cardone makes money even though he has products, right? And I think every successful brand has a product. But even if you lay it out for somebody, most of these people that are laying things out for people, they're not making money. They're making money off the ebook. They're making money off of the audience coming to them, and they're also making money off the ebook. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's capitalism. But they're not really gaining anything from it. This is our current ecosystem. This is what you're looking at. Why would you be fired up?
Well, that's what's opened the door for institutions to come in and control the narrative, right? So because the quote unquote, I actually liked what you and Sikasa were talking about last night for a bit. Not necessarily leaders, but veterans and OGs, so to speak, in this space. Honestly, most of the OGs, they're institutional players now, right? Like, so they have a vested interest in pushing that forward as well. And look, they have their reasons. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. What I'm saying is this is a fact that a lot of the OGs are now a very large part of the institutions, whether they've been hired or they created their own products in the traditional market space, or they've partnered with institutions, whatever it might be, right? And look, it's a free and open market. Institutions are going to be there if it gets big enough, and institutions are here because it's big enough, right? But there is now that they are here, they are setting the agenda, they are setting the narratives, they are controlling a lot of where the liquidity flows and a lot of the products that are being built because they got the money to do it. And then there is the whole educating people about that. They have taken control of that as well, right? And they've done it via mainstream media, podcasts, and online presence, and especially being directly involved in terms of the online presence and not always fully disclosing that they are institutional players. So, and that's fine. They don't have to. They don't necessarily have to, right? Disclose that they're an institutional player behind a PFP or something. But there is a lack of veterans leading the charge for educating people about what's going on, where to look, and why to look there, right? And instead it devolves into ticker rooms and infighting between different communities. And I've said this before, it's not unique to cryptocurrencies. Like go to a sports space, for instance. you want to get your eardrums rattled, go to a sports space on X, go to a political space on X. Those are even more fun. Like you want to talk about toxic. Whoo, holy crap. But but there is only a few, and I would argue that I attend those few spaces that actually do provide real value, and robust discussion, not just focused on one thing. Um, and look, there's others that I don't go to because time zones, right? But there is a severe lack of it. For a long time, we were just, and you go through the timeline, and it's, oh, I want to jump into a space. I'm out walking the dog or something. Let me take a listen to what's going on with some folks. You follow into a space, and it's just people just literally screaming at each other at the top of their lungs about just the dumbest things, and not related to the title, not related to any of the conversation. And then the next guy comes up and like something else happens, and these people don't like that person, and everything is just a mess. And it's like, okay, that's fun and entertaining if you want to go in and have a laugh for a few minutes, but you're not learning anything.
No.
And I do think that there are some folks here that are trying to change that and shift the conversation back to talking to people about how the markets work in general, how cryptocurrency markets work, how they move, why they're looking in certain places. I do think that there are, even outside of the spaces that I like to attend and or listen to, are starting to try to push in that direction because they recognize that well, this is fun and all, but when the market turns, I don't want to be the only winner, right? I want to at least tell people where to go and what to how to kind of navigate this bear market because they want to stick around for the bull turn, right? And experience the bull market from the beginning and not just be top blasting every high that comes through in a bull market. So I thought you had a great conversation, by the way.
I appreciate that. Listen, that's why I stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning. Like that was not my intent at all. But the conversation was deep. Like it was a deep conversation. I was trying to, because I understand where Sakasa's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to show him a different perspective because I used to think like him. If you understand where I'm getting at, like I used to look at the space the same way, but then like if I'm not having a conversation about said asset, then I'm not doing my job, and I'm not being the veteran, right? Like if we're gonna use veteran, then I ain't being a veteran out here. I'm not really doing shit. But that's just my perspective. Again, I'm not trying to change anybody. It's just that at the end of the day, like if I'm on the microphone and I'm hosting the show and I'm talking about memes and crypto and I'm not acknowledging anything that's popping off or even looking into it, then what am I doing? Essentially is what I'm trying to, articulate here. But it is what it is, man. I mean, it's like we were talking about Augie yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I bought more even after the show. I'll hold it. It's not something. There's one thing that I've decided to do, and that is not become the character. That's right. There's one thing I decided to do, and it is not become the character. I will explain why, but I'm not gonna go and CTO and no. That's not happening. If everybody wants to join in, they see something special in it. You'll join in. If you don't, you don't. Take a flyer. The liquidity right now, obviously, by the way, shout out to the S&P 500 for making another new all-time high. I'm loving stocks right now. I'm loving I've been loving the traditional markets the entire time. I appreciate that.
Well, you're gonna love them even more when they're all on chain and actually and bring that liquidity with it, right?
You know what? My editor told me something. It's like, bro, why don't you trade or you buy things in the traditional markets? Why aren't you talking about them? Because you wouldn't think, like I always talk crypto, right? It's just like,
yeah.
I did talk about SpaceX and Tesla and stuff.
Yeah, you and I talked about it. I mean, I specifically talked about the 105 level with you, and we got a beautiful bounce in SpaceX off of there. Like that was here, and that was across here. I had guests on. I even went and I know that you've guested over there as Wolf Bitcoin brought you on.
Yeah.
I was on with Bits over there. Him and I discussed what what you and I had discussed that morning with SpaceX. And I was looking at 105 being a key area that might get retested because it was
Yeah.
headed down there. It was a major
Well,
level that I was already looking at.
I still think it goes down more though. Like I still think it goes down.
Yeah, this is a nice rally and a little bit of a structure change. It can definitely fall back and maybe even go lower. I think it's opportunity when it does for the long term, like a Tesla
Yeah.
was. Remember, and you remember this clearly. There was like a ton of hate on Tesla when it first came out, and it
100.
outperformed everything. And I remember because people hated on it so much, I wanted to buy more. I was like, "Yeah, you're just giving him free burn right now." Like, hell yeah. Like I think that he's a genius. I want to go into this. I bought so much Tesla for the years. It was every correction I was in, right? So it's just another opportunity, and people can argue about this and that, but SpaceX was one that you and I have talked about. We've talked about others here too. But you're going to naturally end up talking about it anyway, because this stuff is going to be so ubiquitous on chain, and it's going to have so much liquidity that you're not going to be able to ignore it, right? And then we can get into conversations in the future, and I would love to talk to you about this. Is there is a difference between getting a tokenized stock that's paying you in dividends, but is not redeemable for the underlying stock,
Yeah.
because it's not an RWA, it's a stock token, right? So there's like all kinds of nuance that you and I can educate the audience on in the future here, that is only just beginning. It's just getting started. And I think it's exciting because it's also going to mean a lot of big things and a lot of good things in terms of liquidity for the cryptocurrency space at large. And that, I think, I said this to you before, and I know you've got, I'm running out of time here, but I've said this to you before. I think that you were right. Memes are going to lead the
Say
charge
that
out of
again.
the bear
Say
market.
that again.
You were right, David.
Say it
think
again.
Memes, you were right. You were right. There's no
One more
doubt about
time.
it.
Say it again.
You were 100% on the money.
Ladies and gentlemen, not only am I beautiful, not only am I smart. Anyway, I don't want
Well,
to start.
Well, for those that maybe haven't heard some of these conversations, real quick, I'm going to do this to David real quick.
Real quick.
David said, the meme economy is going to come back, right? And OG memes will come back and all that kind of stuff. And we can debate about if they're going to, make new all-time highs or go on massive runs, whatever, right? But his point in his thesis was 100% correct, and it was proven correct that memes are going to be the driving force behind any new chains, any big announcements and stuff like that. And all you got to do is look at Robinhood Chain. The first market that they went after, the first market that they started to promote is the meme token market. It is the NFTs and everything else that they had already stood up liquidity for there, and already had active development for platforms there. And it was memes and NFTs and culture first. And that's how they tested their chain, and how they're going to continue to test their chain moving forward. And they're doing a lot of interesting things over there with that kind of stuff, right? And each new chain from any of these institutions, guess who they're going to court? They're going to court all of you, all the trench warriors, all the meme coiners, all the culture warriors. They're going to come after and cater to you first, right?
Yes.
And that does mean, that also fits into what I also believe on the other side of this, is that when Bitcoin begins to show bullish structure on the macro, guess what? Memes will be the outsized winners with Bitcoin's structure change versus anything else. And they will absolutely take off. And I think that a lot of people that are in memes are going to have a lot of fun just memeing the tokenized asset space in general. And I think it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
I just winked at somebody on TikTok. They said, "I love you, David." So
Look at
for that person who said, "I love you, David," I looked at you and I gave you the wink. All right. I love you too. I love everybody. I appreciate, obviously, Landy, the puppet, I talk to a puppet every single day. Landy, you'll be back. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you're gonna be back, but at the end of this show, because I'm trying to talk to people on X because it's not working here,
Mhm.
and nothing's working here. Like nothing. The chat is not working, so we're not. Guys, if you're tuning in, I just don't see anything that you're saying. I don't think you see it either.
No, I
I'm
don't.
trying to go into the actual chats to say like, hey, like, can't see your ass. But I will open up FOMO and we will look at Augie and see. We'll see where Augie is. All right, we will. I promise.
I'll
Again-
hang in the background. And we'll see how long you are live, and I got a few things to do, but I'll hang in the background in the
no.
green room here.
My
and see
ass
what's
is.
going on.
Well, I'm off at 2:00 today.
Okay,
My
okay,
man-
good.
And watch 4 hours later. Like, all right. Thank you, Landy. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, David.
Have a great one. That's Landy the Puppet. Tune into him. He got a great show on the network. Great show on the network. Speaking of people being on the network, I think I know this person, and I think they might be. I don't know. Maybe they'll tell me what the fuck is going on in the world. Hello, Taylor. How are you doing today? It's nice of you to be on mute. Love to hear what you have to say.
I was just thinking, since you're so good at reading Landy's puppet lips, that you could read mine, maybe. Just testing you.
You know what? I stayed up until 3:00, 4:00, having this serious discussion on X Spaces about multiple things. I felt like I really did feel like I was in Congress as we were debating certain topics. I don't think it was the
Yeah.
left or right. I think we were on the same side, but we were just trying to get to a certain middle ground of understanding. But all right, what's
Well,
happening, man? Tell
first
tell me
off-
what's popping off there in the
What's
world
popping
today,
is
man.
what's popping is your suit today. You know, self-appointed Congress. You're looking the part. You're looking dapper, because from my understanding, you actually were a little under the weather or something. So you could have fooled me. I mean, you're
I
looking-
wasn't under the weather. So
Oh,
the rumors and the speculation about me being under the weather are false.
oh,
What happened was somebody probably wished me to go deaf or some shit. So right now, ear is almost healed. Okay, that's all. And they gave me this shit. Okay, which runs down you're shooting. Okay, this is gonna sound wrong. This is a nasal spray. Okay, but it has like shit in it, medicine, and you spray it into your nose. But the crazy part is it leaks, right? Into your throat. Oh my god, this is so bad. This gets clipped out so bad.
this is really a moment.
Yeah,
Call
this is-
Fauci or don't.
And even during the show, as I'm talking to Landy, I sprayed, and then it's like, oh, it's in my throat, bro. Oh my god, this is
So
so
it's
funny.
in. That's okay, because you and Landy are used to kind of gargle each other. No. I couldn't resist. So it's an ear thing. So
Everything I'm saying is just so bad, man. So bad.
I really was on the money then with the whole lip reading thing, and maybe it was just women's intuition, because you said it was an
Women's
ear problem. So
intuition.
again, just testing you. But there's a lot going on in the world, David. There is obviously the unfolding WNBA chaos, Caroline Leavitt leaving, Bibi Netanyahu's iconic Instagram carousel, which I talked about on the show last night. I mean, really like an influencer in the making. So there's just a lot going on.
Let's
It
start
actually
off
gives
with
BB's giving your thirst traps a run for their money. I have to be honest.
BB can never give me a run for my thing.
No, it's
And
a thing.
especially once I go get my hair cut today, there ain't no way possible.
I don't know. He was looking foxy with his throwback IDF photos. I was like, he buried the lead on that one.
I'm sure a lot of people are excited about BB's throwback thirst traps. Let's talk about the WNBA. Let's talk about the Fever coach
Yeah.
that she got butthurt over the comments on the internet, so she scheduled a press conference to talk about it. What are your thoughts on that when she said go to hell?
Listen, David, I'm not even keeping up with it anymore because it's so bizarre and just so ridiculous. Again, the lengths that these people go to mental pretzel gymnastics to not catch flack of the day or this or that. It's like I'm not even keeping up with it anymore. It reminds me of, Joe Biden dementia era. It's like it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. Now I'm here, there, and now I'm there. It's just like you're ridiculous. Like, be about something 10 toes down, and that's it. 1 minute, I have Caitlin Clark, I have the back of the girls. The next minute, oh no, there was no foul. It was a nice tap on the shoulder. I wasn't looking. Now, I back my girls again. It's whiplash, it's amnesia. I'm just not having it. Like, be about it or don't.
It's crazy because she stated that she wasn't able to see what kind of
I know.
foul was committed. And then she was able after the presser, because she went right to the presser and she made those comments. And then after the presser, she was able to look at the foul. And then at that new presser, she was able to say, okay, it was a really bad foul. But then she went into blaming the people on social media for criticizing her. And now she's getting booed at home. So she's not on the road. She's at home getting booed as if she's on the road.
But that's a problem. It's like, be about something and you'll catch flack from a certain group, sure. But I feel like now it's coming from all ends and that's what you get. And I don't buy it. It's such BS. I didn't see it. Like, the only maybe excuse, what were you looking at, like the WNBA lesbian rainbow outside and you happen to miss the flat foul? Like, what are we talking about? And that's exactly why. It's like flip-flopping, wishy-washy. And I'm sorry, not sorry. Like, I don't feel bad. It's sort of like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you change your mind depending on the day, depending on who you're getting shit from. And, you get what you get and you don't get upset. Like, sorry, lady.
What do you think about? And you can see like Sophie and Caitlin are just miserable. Before we move on, I want to touch
She doesn't
on
deserve them.
great players, by the way. I love Sophie. Sophie is the league. It's
Same.
crazy how I look at Sophie right now because she reminds me of Dennis Rodman for some reason. I don't know, like the female version of Dennis Rodman without all the shenanigans that Rodman had, but it's just like she reminds me the way she plays and stuff like that. She's just got that aura to her, and she's like, Clark is the star. She's brought in all the viewers.
Yeah.
Me, in my personal opinion, she's brought in all this viewership to the WNBA.
Yeah.
But I think there's something about Sophie that connects with everybody as well. She's like very feminine, like she could play ball, but then she's feminine. And I don't know. I think it attracts both sides to go ahead and look at her and watch her games and stuff like that. Which, speaking of feminine,
she's tits out, brain out, my motto.
There you go.
She's tits out, brain out. She's like hot, backstage, the legs showing, the whole thing. And then, she'll like own your ass on the court. And I love it. And, a little peek into my first column tomorrow on Evie is about all this. Like, you would think that this is what the OG feminists were about at its core. And no, they can't. Like, they have to cannibalize their own cause and like hate on the Sophie Cunninghams. Like,
they don't even know what to hate on anymore. They're not the true feminist party. Okay, I've seen feminists. These aren't the feminists. Speaking of,
she's the real thing, and they can't even bring themselves to acknowledge that. Like,
speaking of being feminine, we have Freedom, and we also have Royce White that have now they have elected to enter the WNBA draft. I shouldn't call them.
Yeah.
Okay, because
I saw these.
And now the WNBA. So what do you think about this? The WNBA. I should have said W. I was trying to say dumb as WNBA. They scheduled
David, everybody. No. Guys, give him the participation trophy clap. Come on, he earned it. He earned it. He earned just that.
I tried to go for it. Anyway,
no, you did. I liked it.
The commissioner, general managers, owners scheduled a meeting because in their document it says, like they can't even define what a woman is, right? So here you have two professional former NBA players that have elected to transition, and coming from them, they've transitioned. They feel feminine now. They feel like they're a woman.
Yes.
And they have submitted to be a part of the NBA draft, WNBA draft. So now you have all these league officials and the commissioner coming together to try to define what is a woman. So
I love it. I love it.
They
And
put themselves in such a bad position, like
love
because
it.
this is mental illness when you can't. And by the way, when I say these things, this is not. It's not me being a bigot. I'm not racist. None of that. That's your culture that tries to cancel people for thinking logically. I mean, who you can blame? The Department of Education, because I went to school and I learned what a man and a woman were. Like that's it. It wasn't taught to me by racist people. It was just they had science teachers, had books, and they were really educated and they taught us. And I'm talking about then. Not just in New York, but the entire United States of America was taught this. I'm not going to go global. And here you have people in these positions that can't define what a woman is. And now you have this situation,
Brilliant.
which makes you guys look like clowns. Don't say that they're using. See, here's the problem I have, and I'm going to give you the mic. The problem that I have here is you're blaming Royce White and Freedom for electing to submit themselves into the WNBA, but it's you guys who have caused this circus or sideshow because you can't define what a woman is. Your thoughts?
David, it is enough to make you want to be committed. Literally, I'm like, it makes you want to omit yourself to the nearest insane asylum. And I love that they're doing it because it's like it puts the rubber to the road. And I think all of these people think that they can get away with this nonsense. And it's like, put your money where your mouth is. It's like Clay Travis. I don't know if you saw his thing, David, who's a friend of mine. He created Outkick, which was ultimately bought out by Fox. And he said, I will challenge, what did he say? Like a WNBA team with a college male team of my choice. And whoever wins I will personally give them $10 million. And I love it because it's like, again, the common sense biology of it all. It's so dumb that you even have to say this, but I completely respect trans people. They deserve dignity and space, all of it, right? But I'm sorry, as a woman, it comes to reality and right from wrong. And the fact that, again, we've mentally contorted ourselves to make this make sense. I'm 5'2". I've interviewed Caitlyn Jenner, David, the most famous trans athlete in the world. My eye level was at her tits. Do I want to throw down with her for a second in anything competitive? Other than like the board game, sorry? No. Do I want to compete on the court with someone who towers over me with an Adam's apple biologically? No, thank you. And so that's when it comes to, again, common sense, safety, and the lengths these people will go. And it makes me so sick because, David, they'll be like, well, this is what the feminists wanted. What? You wanted a equal playing field literally with the men. And it's like, seriously, guys, like go back to kindergarten. I hate that. So, we'll see what happens, but I love it because it forces them to confront their own chaos and their
one thing they're going to have to confront, they're going to have to hold a press conference. Here's the position that they're in. They're in a bad position. And by the way, GokshinPR.com, you'd probably want to hire us for comms or crisis comms here for you guys. At the end of the day, man, like what you're looking at is you're going to have to come out and you're going to have to define what a woman is. And it's going to be something from a scientific textbook. You're not going to be able to fucking deviate from this fucking conversation and play it and by the way, somebody's going to have to draft Royce White. They're going to get paid, by the way. These people, I'm telling you right now, I was thinking about this. If nobody drafts them, they'll say that, they were blackballed by the WNBA to not draft them, which will become a legal situation. It's happened before in other sports. So, hey, I am waiting. I'm waiting. This might be the first time we will hear somebody from the WNBA define what, or an organization define what a woman is.
Wait.
And it's going to cause havoc. This is going to cause havoc.
You know what they should do, David, is we should do this. Ask a classroom of kindergartners what a woman is and coaches in the WNBA. And let's see who makes more sense. Let's see who makes more sense of, when it comes to who can define what a girl is. And you know what, David, too? All of these people talk a lot of talk. There's so much performative outrage, this, that, the hot take, until it's personal. Until your little girl is busting her tail on the court, and up against a 6'5" behemoth. Like, suddenly then, is it going to be the same tune? Like, that's the thing. It's like, until it hits close to home, these people got a lot to say and are awfully loud. And by the way, I meant to say, I don't know if I said, I'm sandwiched between two junkets, but I interviewed Caitlyn Jenner. I don't know if I said Caitlin Clark, but I meant to say Caitlyn Jenner.
No, you said Jenner. You said it.
Okay, good.
You're
But yeah.
good. I would have corrected you if need be. All right. Yes. Levitt stepped down from press secretary. What were your thoughts on that? Rumors are out there that the Democrats said that it's because Trump locked her on the plane or what. I don't know. There are a bunch of things coming out, but
why?
What do you think of that situation? She was like one of the. To me, I think she was a great press secretary.
This is one of those things, again, no matter where your politics lie, if you are a self-affirming man, woman, whatever it is, and you can't look at this woman and go, that was so badass, the fact that she is running shit so on her game, doesn't miss a beat, meanwhile, with a baby one on her hip, pregnant at the same time, for me as a woman, like, goals to the nth degree. We'd never seen anything like it. So that's number one, the fact that people will hate on it just for the sake of it, but also I didn't know this until you just said it, come up with all stuff.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
that she got mad at Trump and the administration. She was put on a plane that
I can't.
They knew that was potentially targeted by people that obviously want to take out Trump. So the Democrat, and I don't want to shut on the Democratic Party because there's now like 9 parts of a Democratic Party. You got the Socialist Party, you got that whatever. They're all infighting right now. But that's being pushed out there by the Democratic influencers that she's stepping down. See, bad man Trump, da 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 da, et cetera, et cetera. I really believe her. I think she probably stepped down. Listen, family. She just had a kid, and she's like, hey, I want to spend time with my child, and that's how I take it.
Me too. I thought it was so sincere and authentic, and was just like, look, yep, I want to spend time with, what does she have, like 2 under 2? She's got the husband. I think she's, ran shit now long enough. And I mean, it just goes to show, like, nothing can just be normal in this climate. It's like, that can't just be like, great. Like, truly, if you want to talk about breaking the glass ceiling, now stepping away, nope, it has to be some Area 51 conspiratorial crazy stuff. Can't just be normal and let it be what it is. Like, okay. And Trump, by the way, had great things to say about her too. Yeah. So
usually if the situation wasn't what it is being stated by that person, Trump would come out and he would give you the smirk. He'd throw a jab in. He'd say attaboy, but then throw another jab. We know Trump. He would say what he feels at that very moment. But I wish
they were dead. Look at Pam Bondi, time and time again.
Yeah, he threw
even what's her
Pam
name,
Bondi,
Judge Jeanine. Yeah.
Yeah. He said what he's felt about people that, that haven't, in his eyes, done the job. Okay, I guess we move on to the last topic, which you said, BB's thirst traps. What the fuck is this about? I'm going to lose every viewer for this, but go ahead.
We need a visual representation. Okay,
the only person that wants to see this is Landy.
No, I know. So I opened Instagram yesterday. Okay. And have you seen this? I know you're not as active on Instagram, but there is this trend that literally needs to die and never come back. And it's where these women are being kind of chic to blah, blah. And they're doing it over all these photos. It's obnoxious. It's overstayed its welcome. It's got to go. However, I opened my Instagram yesterday, and what do I see? But Bibi Netanyahu doing the kind of chic trend. I was crying. I was like, I was on the phone. Wait, the sunglasses? No, I can't. And then, hang on, here's the throwback IDF where he's like Foxy.
Okay.
crying, and then look at
I
him
can't.
with Trump.
I can't wait for the comments.
can't. I'm like, this guy
can't
is
wait for-
co-opting like the trad wife influencer trend that nobody asked for. It's totally a page out of Trump's playbook of, again, kind of breaking the mold or the serious career like it's like, you know, being one of the gals. And just it reminded me of Trump going on like Twitter tirades with spelling errors and just doing it again, not being so, you know, glossy in this perfect thing of what a politician should be. And I just was like, wow, you can't make it up. Like, what a time. So yeah, your thirst traps better watch out. They better look under their bed at night.
Nobody. I am undefeated when it comes to thirst trapping. Undefeated, and I don't even know that I'm thirst trapping. That's the thing. When you don't know you're thirst trapping, and people say the thirst trap, you know you're doing the right thing. That's all I gotta say. Taylor, talk to me, Taylor. Part of this network is she's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, breaking down trending topics. Tune in.
You heard the man. I actually,
Sometimes
David,
sometimes it's really, really unfiltered. And
what? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Some people faint.
Hide your kids. Hide your thirst traps. And David, you'll appreciate this actually being from New York. I just interviewed two 9/11 survivors for a new Nat Geo documentary on 9/11. So talked about that and how, you know, our current climate, like they love terrorists. You know, it's like you would never have thought that we had a terrorist attack here. We talked about that. And I have another one coming up about rock and roll legend, like a Hollywood staple of like the true rock and roll days. So from 9/11 to rock and roll, you know, we get it all at Talk to Me, Taylor.
Let's go. Oh my God. X might be working. By the way, I seen a comment, almost fainted. Taylor, nice to see you.
You too, David. Maybe one of these days I can humble you to come on my show. You know, I'm still working.
There we go with the I'll come on your show and never invite somebody. There you go. That is Talk to Me, Taylor. That's the show. You can go watch it 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on the Gottstein Media Network. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate you.
What he said. Thanks, David.
What I said, exactly what I said.
You heard the man.
I'm a man and I'm dominated. That's right. I threw her off just in time because I know she had a comeback for me. I know she had a comeback for me. That's Taylor, though. Tune into her, talented individual. Very talented. She's been out here. It's her time to shine, though. She got a lot to say. I tell people ask me, yo, Taylor, where's she? Watch. I'm telling you, in 6 months' time, I'll be saying I told you so. In 6 months' time. Anyway, we'll be right back. After this commercial break, we have Philip Lord coming and joining us to talk. We'll go talk about markets, talk Bitcoin. We'll talk about all types of stuff. Let's dive in after this commercial break from midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy to use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
This is Houston. T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communication satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh, yeah, just like me for crazy trading.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America represented. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. We're back. You're back. I'm back. All back. We got Philip Lord backstage. No, again, I asked the staff to get people water bottles at least in the back. Nothing. Zero. Guest is just sitting there, empty room, disrespected. Nobody's even asking how are you doing. Not a hello. Anyway, let's bring him right on so we can go ahead and chat. Philip, how's it going?
Good, David. You?
I can't complain. I cannot complain. Never will complain. Every day that you're alive is a good day.
That's it. You're winning already.
Winning. All right. I want to talk a little bit about the markets. Give me your take. What's happening? When are you looking for the markets to go ahead and start, moving upwards here?
On Bitcoin? Or
on Bitcoin.
Yeah, look, I think I'm more the other way at the moment. More negative on it than positive. So I think there's a bit more downside risk in the interim. So we've got to, even though we're called the Bitcoin Japan Corporation, we actually haven't bought any Bitcoin yet. We've invested in late stage growth, like SpaceX Figure, but we're actually got a sort of a lower price target on Bitcoin where we make our entry. So
Where do you see it going though? What are your targets?
Price targets around 45.50 is where we'd like to enter. So I think there's a lot more distractions in the world. We invested in SpaceX. Obviously, that's had a good run the past few days. And had a great run post IPO. Bit of a pullback, but there's the money's going into the AI names, not necessarily into Bitcoin. And I think it might react more counter cyclical than. We see some downside in the markets actually might perform better, but I think there's still a lot of overhang. But
why? I wanted to ask you why SpaceX?
I mean, look, it's I think we're betting on Elon, Teal, Palmer, as opposed to Satoshi at the moment. We're looking for absolute return, and do I think that SpaceX can be a $10 trillion company? Yes, in the next 5 to 10 years. Bitcoin, everybody's talking about that million mark or that 500 grand mark. That's a long way up to get there. In terms of a market cap. So, I think you can't beat these deals and announcements coming out of SpaceX at the moment. They're doing incredible things, and using all the services. It's an incredible company.
If you were to advise somebody, one of your friends, let's put it that way, you're one of your friends, and they're debating about going into Bitcoin or into, let's say, SpaceX, where would you lean them towards?
Yeah, definitely SpaceX at the moment. I think there's a lot more. Obviously there's an overhang of stock unwinds, stock unlocks. But that said, the amount of deals that they're announcing, the amount of optionality in the company, whether it's in the data center business, whether it's in the space, whether it's in the telco business, there's a lot more optionality. And it's Elon. You're betting on Elon. With Bitcoin, I see it more as a store of wealth like gold, so, you got to have a percentage of your portfolio in it, but, the ecosystem hasn't necessarily built out as much as we thought it has. It's definitely the store of wealth as opposed to, the ecosystem that Elon's building.
What do you think about the latest exploit from Cold Card, where over $100 million in Bitcoin was exploited? People did the right thing and showed up and had empty wallets.
Look, that's the danger, buyer beware on crypto, right? This is consistent. We can, we've all been in it in a long time, and there's been a lot of different hacks. Quantum's a big overhang. That people are talking about now. We want to invest in the quantum companies that can protect those, hacks. But yeah, look, it's consistently overhang with crypto having hacks. We're a public market.
Could this drive people away from getting into? Well, they'll still want to get into crypto, but could this drive people into getting into ETFs versus actually getting physical?
Yeah, look, I think for the mums and pops of the world, it makes a lot more sense to buy the ETFs than it does to have like wallets. Still relatively complex. Obviously, you can, buy it easily enough on Coinbase, but if you want to go deep and dark and want to have your own wallet, it's it starts to be a bit more complex. So I just buy the ETFs. If we want to get big volume, that's the easiest way. And I'm not saying we don't believe in Bitcoin. We believe in Bitcoin. It's going to have a great future.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for the the $1 trillion entrepreneurs that we want to invest in. Pre-IPO.
What do you think about Bitcoin treasuries?
Yeah, it's a different thesis to what we've got. Even though we are called the Bitcoin Japan Corporation, we're looking for absolute return. We're investing in assets that are going to we want to make money on, and we want to sell them at some point. So treasuries are just holding Bitcoin for eternity. Whether it's Strategy, Metaplanet, etc. And they serve a great purpose. I'm not knocking it at all. So if you invest, you know what you're getting into. You're going to hold sort of, a safe asset and, compete very well against the ETFs. Hopefully they put some yield on it and you generate some income as well. But, our thesis is different. If we buy Bitcoin at 65 and we exit it at 200, that's a win for us. We're about managing an investment company, and it can be in Bitcoin, it could be in Hype, it could be Ethereum, or it could be in, Anthropic, OpenAI, or, sort of SpaceX.
Speaking of AI, and you just named two, did the bubble pop? In AI, and what I mean by that is I'm not saying that it's not going to continue to grow. I'm bullish on AI. What I mean by is I don't see people racing to Apple stores to go ahead and buy Mac Minis anymore. It was the hype that came onto social media. You had every single, whether it was a crypto influencer or a sports influencer, pivot to AI influencer, and they were like AI this, AI that. I don't see this on the. I report on everything. I don't see it on the timeline the way it used to be. Let's say give or take 6 to 8 months ago. But that's not me saying that Anthropic is worthless or OpenAI is worthless. I think I'm super bullish on them. But
Yeah.
has it cooled off a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everybody had super leverage. I come from Asia. Everybody had super leverage on Korea, right? And around the region. But like, look, one of our big thesis is physical AI. I think we're like ChatGPT, October 23, right? We're just getting started. You saw the Unitree IPO this week. I think it's trading up 4 times on Hype, and it was 8,000 times oversubscribed by retail. We've been looking at a lot of physical AI companies. We've invested in Figure AI, which we think is the best of breed American company. But China is like ahead of the game in terms of scale of production, and products. They're shipping 97% of the humanoids out now. So I think, if you're looking for thesis on AI, like, it's pulling back, right? But was it, that's healthy. That's a healthy correction. 100 billion ARR from Anthropic is crazy, right? But you want to get into the next sector, it is physical AI. I think it's going to be a slow rollout over the next, from now for the next 18 months, and then we'll keep scaling up to 3 years, and then the next 5 to 10 years, you're looking at Ford Motor Company, you're looking at, General Motors, and it's 1910. So this is a huge opportunity, and we're going to use it across whether it's household help or manufacturing or all the jobs that we don't want to do. Physical AI, home help for elderly. That's going to be massive. And so we've got a bet now. Between SpaceX and Figure, but that's a big thesis. It's physical AI.
Do you think these guardrails are holding back American AI companies from taking their companies to the next level? Because it seems like the Chinese are really ahead of, or starting to. I feel, I don't know, conversations I have, they're back and forth. China's ahead, the U.S. is still there. Where do you see it? Because
I think they've got to put those guardrails up, honestly, because they are ahead. China's way ahead. I've been in Shenzhen every other week for the past 12 weeks, and it is crazy the scale of the manufacturing that they can do. Also the product. I mean, these are great products. And it reminds me of the Chinese car industry. So if I was Trump, I'd put some guardrails up and slow these guys back a bit entering the US market, because otherwise there won't be anything left. So I think they're doing it right. It gives America another 18 months, by which time hopefully Figure, Optimus, 1X has a chance to roll out and get some market share. So I think the US is doing the right thing. One big Chinese thing that we've noticed is open source. I mean, nobody wants to share what they're building, but in China, they're free for all. Everybody work on work, and you're like, I just don't get it, but it's working. So they know all their competition. They're not, they're working to win the race. So but look, I think there are some amazing American companies out there like Figure, like 1X. I think is when that rolls out, we all want one of those robots that does all of our household cleaning. I saw Bert on stage in Paris, and I think that comes out, everybody's going to take it. I don't think you're going to I don't want to be politically incorrect, but you're going to buy an American product if it's going in your house, just to be on the safe side, and in governmental organizations, you want to protect your IP, right? So
why
really not get nervous about that. Sorry.
Why are you so bullish on Figure?
I mean, I think it's they've got a great team.
What's that one thing that stands out about them that you're like, you know what? This is why I'm going and investing into them.
I think they're sort of the entrepreneur. You got to back the entrepreneur. Adcock is amazing. But I think they're the ones that have scaled so far the most. And I think obviously we saw them the White House or Mar-a-Lago rolling out. It's they're taking on the market. They've raised a lot of cash. Cash helps you win this game. Whether it's into deployment, scaling it, building the brain. There's another company that we met called Skilled AI. Amazing company, I got to say. They're out of SF, and they're training the robots. And I think that's another one to watch. So,
do you think Elon ultimately wins this game?
Look, he's got production and he's got distribution, right? I think that's a good place to start, right? When he goes, plus he's got capital as well. They raised $100 billion, right? That helps you win any type of race, doesn't it? And I mean, this guy sends spaceships to the moon, but I think there'll be a couple of companies, and our bet is Figure will be the other, one of the other major ones. So I think there's still gaps. We need a Google, and Microsoft, and Apple. There's gaps in the market still.
Where did those three companies stand? Being that you mentioned them, and I was going for them. Where do they stand in this whole?
I love what Sergey Brin said last year, right? He said, "I'll burn Google to the ground before I lose the AI race." I mean, he's back in the seat. Demis is sat back. I think it's an amazing time for Google. Microsoft is an extremely well-run company, isn't it? Apple, I don't know. I'm so excited about what's coming out on OpenAI with this new speaking product that they've got with Johnny Ives. I mean, I'm a Brit, so obviously I'm biased. I love Johnny Ives. It's a great time, isn't it?
It is. It is, and it's crazy because a lot of people haven't really entered per se the market yet. So it should be an exciting time. In America though, we still can't figure it out in terms of regulations. The guardrail kind of the guardrail stuffs that come out of nowhere, like Anthropic, getting hit. Everybody's using Fable, and all of a sudden, when it comes out 3 days later, can't use it because the government has to look at it because Amazon employees found, and we didn't even talk about Amazon. Where does Amazon stand in all this?
Yeah, they've got the I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Prometheus was it? That looks good. I mean, I don't know too many details about it yet. It's not that public yet of what they're doing. But was it definitely a win for the race? You've got product market fit there for their own warehouses and everything like that. So there's going to be a lot of physical AI deployed right across that, if not already been deployed. I think Google's the sleeper here. I mean, it's sleeper. It's like a 5 trillion market cap or whatever it is. But Sergey Brin back at the helm, I think expect the unexpected.
You think he might win at the end of the day? Because it looks like I looked at it. I looked at their
Anthropic investors, a different breed, right? They're like Bitcoin investors. They're like they think it's above humanity, right? The discovery that Anthropic's going to come. I mean, I met some the other day that invested at 3 billion valuation. They said, "I'm never selling," right? And and I was like, it was like kind of a Burning Man style investor that's just like, this is not about AI. It's not about money. It's about changing humanity as a whole. And Anthropic is our leader. So. I don't know. There's a room for a bunch of it. I'm personally far more addicted to OpenAI again. I went off of it, and everybody's using Claude, but I'm back with my girlfriend ChatGPT again. I don't know about you, but we have facilities.
Kind of weird. I think when it comes to code, I'm with Claude or Anthropic. When it comes to other things, obviously, I feel like Chat is a lot better. I'm waiting for the one that is actually good at everything. I'm not gonna take anything away from Claude X. I think it's good as well. Listen, I like the healthy competition. I like them going back and forth. One comes out with an update, the other one comes out with an update the next day. It's so fast, and like a month or two ago, it was just like every day they're all coming out with something, which is eliminating a job. Speaking of that, what happens to jobs? So I believe if you learn AI, you'll still have a job. If you fade it, you probably won't. Your take.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you. You got to adapt, right? As we know from crypto days, you one cycle hits, you got to move to a different part of the sector. But no, I think everything's going to create more jobs. It's just gonna it's gonna interrupt the traditional jobs, and is interrupting. But we're still seeing great job numbers out of the US. We're still seeing, huge amount of people get hired by data centers, huge demand for AI engineers. I was with a company in India. I was in India yesterday, and they were the #1 app producer. And, apps are still growing. They've had their competition, crushed by Lovable and Replit, and they're still hiring because apps are up, you know. So, you know, this is only going to make us smarter and more demand, and we're all going to have to learn the intelligence economy a lot more. You know, time to sharpen our tools up.
Last question before you go, because I know you're busy. I want to ask you this. Do you think a lot of companies, a lot of these Fortune 50, 500 companies panicked when they let go a lot of their staff to replace them with AI? Like, do you think it was?
Yeah, I
Because
think
a
it's
lot,
probably
one did it and the other one did it, and then now you see a lot of these companies hiring people back. Do you think it was a little bit of a panic there?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You know, and like this is like, you know, we're in a new cycle. We've got a lot. Everybody's got a lot to learn, and like, you know, there's no difference between you, me, and the Fortune 500 CEO or COO who's making those decisions, right? He's about as advanced on Claude as both of us, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of what we're seeing as you know, in this AI race is like, you know, we've all got the same tools to enter it, right? You know, obviously there's people above us like Sam Altman and you know, Dario, you know, who are just mind-boggling guys. But like, you know, we've got access to such intelligence at our fingertips. So, you know, I think it's a great time to be a human being.
I appreciate you coming on, Philip Lord. I have his link on our thread over here of guests who are appearing onto the show. We'll send them over to you. Give them a follow. Appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, we can have you on in the next 2 to 3 months to go ahead and chop it up and see where all this stuff, you know.
Love your work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, David.
Have a great one. That is Philip Lord, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally good. Like, we got like AI conversations, like the AI thing. Really, I got to look into it. I got to look a little bit more into Figure. I really do. That was a good one. That, like, he kept saying it. I've read about it, but I have to dig deeper into it. This is what I mean. Like, you just can't be isolated in one industry. A lot of you guys are full-time crypto. I tell you, like, you diversify. Not in crypto. You diversify by land, traditional markets, like everything. You want to be in everything, not in one thing. Again, as we were talking, we got hit with a goddamn, you know, I'm just going to click here knowing that the ban is not going to be removed. It is what it is, etc., etc. It doesn't matter. TikTok, honestly, kiss my ass at this point, man. TikTok can kiss my ass. All right. You want to go ahead and continue to go ahead and limit me? No problem. It is what it is. I don't really give a fuck. I don't care. I do not care anymore. I don't care. I do care. I don't care. I don't care. Do care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's crazy. But I do think a lot of companies did panic. I do believe a lot of companies did panic when they laid off people. And it showed because they hired them right back. You know, everybody, look, half these companies don't know how to use AI in general. And they thought, oh, okay, we'll just go ahead and put AI agents, replace and that's coming though. The entry-level worker, I think, will be replaced. If the entry-level worker does not take AI seriously, you will be replaced. 100%. AI is advancing, man. AI is 100% advancing. All these updates, it continuously gets better and better and better, man. Shit, I might be fucking replaced. And that's kind of hard, replacing me. That's kind of hard. We got a lot more people coming in from Wall Street and from the traditional markets to go ahead and have conversations, because I really think, like, I love crypto. We talk about crypto every day, but like, we do have to talk about everything else that's out there. I talk about being diversified, but not in crypto. It's not just, yeah, great. Bitcoin, great. Ethereum, great. Solana, great. Memes, great. But you can't have 100% in this motherfucker. Gotta have land. Somebody said you aren't getting replaced. You can't replace me with a goddamn Listen, have you seen these AI pictures that they try to make of me? Okay, I am beautiful. And then when you ask AI to make a picture of me, that shit comes out ugly. It's like AI is like, hold up. What are we doing here? AI gets confused because AI thinks it's AI. AI thinks I'm AI. So it's like it tries to, that's how you fuck with AI. You put a picture of me into AI and ask it to make it better. And then you see, like, AI doesn't know what the fuck to do. You confuse the fuck out of AI. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown. Yo, some of the things that you guys do are absolutely horrific. Like, I've seen some of the memes that you guys have created, and you try to put me into the goddamn meme, and I don't look like... Yeah, bitch, of course I'm one of one. Of course I'm one of one. I don't even talk... Yo, I got sent... How crazy is this? Let me show you the mimetic magic of my balls, all right? Let me show you the mimetic magic of my nutsack, where people sent me 4 or 5 white bulls, and like, they went to millions. I didn't even say a word. Can you imagine if I actually put my weight on some... Nah, like it's... Nah. Nah. Betting against me is like betting against Tesla when Tesla came out. I'm just saying. Yep, that's how highly I think of myself. Betting against me is like betting against fucking Tesla when it first came out. Anyway, we'll be back after these commercial breaks. Sponsored by Midnight, sponsored by Cake Wallet, and sponsored by FOMO. Let's go ahead and play it.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto.
This is Houston. T-minus 1 minute until full data blackout. All eyes are on you.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut conducting an emergency repair on a global communication satellite that could go dark at any moment. We have a second angle on this.
Is that guy on FOMO?
Oh yeah, it's like me for real. Crazy trader.
Yeah, let's get back to it, everybody.
Breaking news. There is an astronaut.
Opportunity cost is simply this. Every position you take is a position you choose over something else.
This just in. According to the astronaut's FOMO account, highest in the room, the satellite has been restored. For now, the crisis appears to be over.
Satellite's up and running. Position's looking good too.
There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome back. By the way, I just want to let everybody know that I cannot read the chat. I'm trying, but there's something fucked up with it's coming in and coming out here on the program that we use. We use Restream. I see some of this shit coming through, but I don't see all of it. So again, if you guys are out here today and you're watching the program, thank you so much. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with I have no idea what's going on their side today. I have no idea. Zero clue what the fuck is happening on X. Let's bring up Landy's here for some reason. Landy, what the fuck do you want?
Oh, hey, I'm back, David. Oh shit, I can hear myself.
You like the interview with Philip Lord?
Yes. It was a good interview.
I'll tell you guys, I'm trying to pivot a little bit just so we can talk about the traditional markets a bit and see where people are investing. It's not all crypto, like there are people going into SpaceX and waiting to go into OpenAI and Anthropic and Apple, and they're putting money into that and whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable to have a conversation and see where money is flowing. That should be it. When people come into this program, which it's crypto, politics, and AI, we should be having those conversations. I think we do, but I'm just saying more conversations about that. Who better than me?
Yeah, I agree. Look, I like we were just talking about earlier before you had him on, is that this is the way that things are trending on chain anyway. So it's a natural evolution. It's something that we've been talking about for a lot of years, right? That is now coming to fruition. And it is really early days for it on chain. But, just about all of us, every single one of us here, I would expect, I mean, maybe there's a few folks that don't have any investments in traditional markets, but I would bet that, especially if they're working, that they have investments in traditional markets. I trade traditional markets every single day, and there's plenty here that do as well. So I think that this is where we are going to see the intersection of TradFi and cryptocurrencies on chain. It's where things are headed, and I think that it's going to provide for a nice, robust liquidity environment that will, the rising tide will lift all boats. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun as well. And so having people on that really do understand that market, traditional market specifically, and are sitting at the crossroads of traditional markets and blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, I think it's very, very valuable to have on. And I thought it was a great interview.
Hey, I did too. We have a lot of people coming. We have some really cool, notable figures coming on that I haven't spoke to, and I'm really excited about that, and hopefully the audience as well. I don't know. I don't think I ever do interviews. I always said that I do convos,
Conversations, yeah. I call them interviews because they're guests, and it's like, look.
No. I didn't mean what you said. I'm just saying in general. Like I'm saying, like in my head, it's like it's never an interview because I'm personally trying to have a convo with somebody.
Yeah.
I want to know. Like I feel like I'm like you guys, just sitting in the audience, but I just have the balls to ask them, like, hey, like, so you know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you don't have balls.
It's a bit of a selfish endeavor too, because I actually do this, and I've talked to you about this behind the scenes and even on the show, whether it be yours, mine, or other shows. I want to know this stuff. So as much as it is for the audience, it is for me. Like, I want to know what people's perspectives are. I want to learn more about this stuff as well. So I think, given the platform that you have and have had, it's the perfect intersection. And by the way, shout out to Sikasa. I see him in the chats.
Sikasa finally made his way onto the show. He's participating, I guess, on the show today.
Yes.
Shout out to Sikasa.
I love Sikasa.
Let's look at Landy. We have you know what? I'll go overtime. I'll go 20 minutes. I said I wouldn't, but here I am. Let's go ahead and look at what's happening.
Oh, so
and
because
we'll do that.
okay, I was gonna say, are we gonna do something else here because you see
No.
Sikasa in the audience? You're gonna all of a sudden you're gonna go and start go full FOMO mode on FOMO app.
By the way, guys, if you do go on to Gokhshtein.com and you get all your news from Gokhshtein.com, anytime we go live, anytime a show goes live, whether it's my show, Landy's show, obviously Taylor was on today, Rob Nelson, and others that are going to come on here, you'll be able to see a pop-up, which is on your right. I don't know if you guys see it. Do you see it, Landy? Do you see the pop-up?
I think that's cool as hell, man. I didn't notice it until the other day. Did you just enable the feature? Because I was on the site, and then, after you and I talked yesterday, and then I saw Taylor, and I was like, wait, why is Taylor in the corner? Oh, wait, that's live. So that's freaking awesome, man.
obviously we are working nonstop to make sure that the product continues to just get better and better as we move forward. Obviously, we also have GokhshteenPR.com. You can go to GokhshteenPR.com. Okay, if you have a personal brand and you want to finally be seen, you want to showcase your talents, GokhshteenPR.com. And if you want to contact me, GokhshteenPR.com. Like, don't DM me. GokhshteenPR.com. They are my PR firm. Okay, you can contact GokhshteenPR.com. I was about to say you can contact me on GokhshteenPR.com.
And
No,
please,
seriously, like, don't send me no DMs.
and for God's sake, stop DMing me to DM David. Just go to GokhshteenPR.com.
You guys don't know what it is. Look, it's this Gokhshtein PR, the firm. By the way, I want to thank everybody because we have had a lot of emails, partnerships, sponsorships, and people who are looking to elevate their brand. So, you know what? Appreciate it that you are considering and that you consider the brand here that, you know, we are building out, and it's fun, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process. That's why I say when I'm in my lane, I'm zoned in. This is where my energy is being directed to. This shit right here. So again, if you have a personal brand and you feel like, hey, you need help with it, who better than respectfully me? I've been through it all. Like, I have been through it all. Okay. If there is one person that can literally say he's been through it all, it's me. Dragged, celebrated, like everything that you can think of mixed into a bowl. It's me. I know what it is, man. Okay. I know what it is.
You got the battle scars to prove it.
Yeah, man. I got scars, bro. I got scars. But now we take belts to asses. Okay. We reverse it here. Okay, let's go to news, man. Let's go back to the news, man. I'm out here popping
Flip
off.
the table. What's going on with the news?
All right, so we got OpenAI, CRO exit puts Microsoft's AI evaluation thesis at risk. But let's go. I mean, do we talk about this? Because I know people are here for crypto. So like, let's talk crypto. And let's talk about the CFTC sets August 20th crypto clarity meeting as Bitcoin holds 63. What's your take, Landy, on this situation where the SEC and the CFTC are going to come out with guidelines, since, you know, our government, I should say our Congress people can't seem to go ahead and
they do nothing.
Bring a fucking thing to the fucking floor called the Clarity Act.
Yeah, the do nothings. The collect taxpayer dollars in form of a paycheck in which they keep giving themselves raises and then never do anything for the actual American people. Yeah, that's Congress. So look, this is where the administration had the backstop of the heads of the CFTC and SEC ready to go and provide guidance forward for the crypto industry. So this is really good. Obviously, tomorrow is when the SEC is going to have an open meeting. So this open meeting that the SEC is going to have is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. They're essentially going to the terminology that they're using is a little weird, but they're going to consider whether to issue a release proposing new rules that would create a tailored offering regime for certain investment contracts involving crypto assets. Essentially, they're actually, what they've indicated is they're going to go even further than what Clarity was going to provide anyway. So this was already in the chamber and ready to go. And now you see CFTC, hey, let the SEC do their thing on Friday. Let the market digest it. Let's get some feedback, and then of course CFTC is going to be taking the ball as well in their court and providing some guidance. And of course this is another public meeting, so this is good. This is actually a very transparent way to do things. The SEC and CFTC, although traditionally we see that they do the public hearing stuff, it got so few and far between, especially as it related to crypto. It was all behind the scenes. They're just going to make up make up the enforcement of any rule and find any law that they possibly can to put blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in a box. And this CFTC and SEC is being led by people who understand and are going to be opening this up to the public in full transparency and have these discussions out in the open to figure it out, right? Because this is entirely uncharted territory. And you had John Deaton on here recently, and look, he's a key figure in what is going on right now and the reason why we have these players in position in the United States at the CFTC and SEC, even if it's indirect, right? It is a result of the work that he's done on behalf of the cryptocurrency space and in regards to specifically, obviously, the case with XRP against the SEC. So, look, I'm all for this. This is what we need now. It's about because once they provide the guidance, what my thought process is by providing this guidance and getting the ball rolling from their side, you can essentially create an environment that Congress has to respond to, and in terms of codifying, guidance and in terms of law, right, and regulation, because this type of guidance is simply guidance for the regulators and how they want to actually regulate these markets, whereas Congress is the only one that can codify it. So I think that this is going to be a bit of the regulatory infrastructure here in the United States pushing Congress instead of Congress pushing the regulatory leaders and enforcers. So I think this is a very good thing. I'm looking forward to actually I have some offline colleagues, will say, that are going to be very tuned in with what's going on the 14th and now the 20th, and I'm looking forward to hearing from them. I have my own perspective, but they're deeply involved in traditional market infrastructure. A lot of them are crossed over to crypto. Yes, some of them are institutional investors and players. Yes, even some of them are VCs. But I think that they were very unsatisfied with clarity. All of the conversations you've had with Charles about clarity and how upset he is about some of the direction that Congress has gone in regards to the Clarity Act. I think he feels the same way, and obviously that many of the folks that I've talked to feel. So I'm for it, man. I'm for it.
We have UBS discloses $83.2 million stake in BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF.
Yep.
Bullish news.
They're all net long. That all of the institutional players are net long on the CME side of things. So the futures side, they flip net long, which is interesting because the only other time they flipped net long was when we hit the lows last year. And that's the first time in history they went net long. They're net long again here and under. That doesn't imply that price is absolutely going to rise, but they are net long here and under. And more interestingly, the short side, short on float for IBIT and all of the major spot ETFs has evaporated. So that's telling you that they're net long there as well. So very, very interesting stuff. UBS now finally coming out disclosing their position.
We got one of the Feds calls for a rate hike as Bitcoin holds above 63K.
Of course.
Yeah. I read this morning. It was like, what the fuck, man? What is the obsession with this rate hike, man?
There's no need for it. The market is actually, and this is where I think Warsh is a really important pick, right? So he's not providing forward guidance, right? So in form of a dot plot. And what we're starting to see is the market actually take the lead. So when you see that we have, uptrending 2s and 10s for the bond market, what does that really mean? That means that the market is in the driver's seat, which means that he likely wouldn't even have to raise rates. Everybody's like, 25 bips raise. You wouldn't even have to, because the market is in the driver's seat. You wouldn't even have to set it that way,
Yeah.
which I think is kind of brilliant. So, and hammock, by the way, I have choice words for. So
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I was looking for so Trump's approval hits 33%, putting GOP House majority at risk. Eddie, the Economist
YouGov poll. Yeah, okay.
made sure to go ahead and
Don't look at
read
those
that
crosstabs. Keep fooling yourselves there, folks. Keep fooling yourselves. Don't look at the crosstabs or anything.
It's I'm telling you, you saw what happened out in Wisconsin.
Yep.
You saw what happened, man. That's why I can't believe in these polls or something like. I mean, I can't believe anything that they fucking say, man.
Oh man, they had what's her name? That chick. They had her just outright winning across all of the major polling metrics. You know who started to edge against her? It was actually the prediction markets. Oh God.
AOC
Oh
says
my
Democrats must
God.
drop defund the police era rhetoric.
Oh my God, she's prepping for a run with Gavin
Bro,
Newsom, bro.
She got rid of her man.
Yep.
All right. He was white, so she got rid of him.
Yeah, it's he was white.
He wasn't really white though. He was a ginger and shit. So
Bro, you can't get any whiter than a ginger, bro.
really? I
Yes.
don't know.
No,
All right, fine.
I disagree
You
with
win.
some of the narratives out there about gingers. They are the whitest people on the planet.
So she got rid of
They're
the
the
white
OGs
boy.
whites. They are the veterans of white people.
That's why, look, this is why, I could have helped him out, right? So, first,
Is he Jewish too? Because that would be even more hilarious.
Gotta look it up.
Considering it's
Man.
AOC.
No, you know, she left him because of that. I don't give a shit what anybody says because she's freezing her eggs. She gets rid of her man. She's doing Pilates, bro. It's just, she's working out.
As women get older, they get more conservative. Clock's ticking.
I don't know, man. Look, it says a lot about AOC when she did not endorse Hong out there in Wisconsin.
They were so pissed about that too.
Well, think about it. She didn't want. If she's not making a run for, you know what I think she's making a run for? Truthfully speaking, and I think what she should be making a run for is for Senate. Not for.
She might be. Yeah, she might be.
If she makes a run for VP, and most likely, respectfully, I think they lose this. I really do believe that
they'll lose.
They're not winning against JD Vance or Rubio. It's just not happening. And I'm not saying that from he's a Republican. No, I'm just saying in general, I don't see a way for them to win. Maybe 4 years after the fact of, a president, a JD Vance presidency, I can maybe see.
Maybe a Vance presidency, but not a Rubio presidency.
Okay. But
Rubio will be in 8 year. He'll be in 8 years if it's Rubio. 4 years, maybe 8 if it's JD.
But I think she should prep. I think she's already a national figure. So but I really do believe I think she would have a better time running if she were a senator versus coming out from the House and shit. I just feel that.
I agree with you. She's got a lot more opportunity in the House, right? Because she can just change districts to find the matchup. It's still going to be tougher. Lutz brings up a good point. She's terrible in debates. She's terrible.
That we know. She's worse than Kamala.
Yeah, and that is a low bar that she has been limboing under. So yeah,
she was on CNN recently, and they put, or was it? No, it was ABC. Excuse me. She's on ABC, and they asked her questions about socialism and all this stuff, and you can see she can't pivot. She can't.
Know. She was an actress, bro. She's literally just playing a role and fallen into this as a career. She literally did For those
You know
that
what
want to go
I'll tell
look it
her?
up, she did the open casting call. Literally, they were looking for actors and actresses.
No, but you know what I would tell her to do? Honestly speaking, don't even run for any of these positions. You're good. If there's no term limits, because I don't think they're ever going to agree to term limits, you're good for the next 60 years. Do a Nancy Pelosi. I'm being serious. If I'm her advisor,
AOC dies in office.
no, but think about it. If I'm her advisor, I would be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Stay in it's either stay in the House or Senate, and that's it. You can be here for 30, 40 years. You're milking it.
I just had this thought. Hold on. Wait, where is Mitch? Where is Mitch?
Yeah, you know what? Where is Mitch McConnell?
Where is he? Is he even buried?
Bro,
And they're just voting for him? Like, what happened? Where is he?
His chief of staff came out. They were asking him questions. This guy was aggressive and shit. This guy put on a baseball cap. Like nobody sees him and shit, man. It was though he was white as hell, so like he could disappear and shit. Like that motherfucker needed a tan. That motherfucker needed a tan. But yeah, there you go, AOC, and more. Like if you guys are looking to tune into crypto, traditional markets, politics, sports, Gokhshtein.com, and it's only getting better, man. We got updates coming, so shout out to me.
Shout out to you, David.
Shout out to me. Finally got a website, bro. It's just like fucking great.
Finally. Damn it, bro.
Fucking.
You know how many times I was messaging with just throwing a post to David, and then he responds, and I know it's like 4 a.m. for him, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Working with the devs. I'm in here working on stuff myself." Like, is just absolutely burning the candle at all ends. So I'm glad to see it, man. I love it. It is the homepage when I open my browser. So.
I'd like to show you something. Look, can I show you something? You guys want to know what it is to be me? I'm going to show you what it is to be me. Here we go. Hold on. I got to show you guys. This is what it is to be me. I don't even think you want to be me. But let me show you what it is to be me. Here you go. Let's look. Here's some guy complaining about.
Okay.
Look, I want you to. This is what I deal with every day. This guy right here. I don't know what this post is about, but seriously, at least Jason likes my work. Oh, that should pop
and then a live leak.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go ahead and click here. At least Jason likes my work. I'm subscribed to David Gokhshtein. Not one like or anything from him. Such a bitch.
You know what you should do? You should like that post right now. Live on. Just like, there you go. There's your like. Bro, you know what? He got what he wanted.
Do you understand what I deal with every day? I want you guys to understand, man. This is the shit that I deal with every day. This GokhshteinPR.com, guys. GokhshteinPR.com. You got a personal brand. I can tell you how to maneuver. I can tell you how to go about social media. There's a way to go about it where you can wake up and you can feel good about yourself. There is somebody every single day taking a shot at me. Every single friend, former friend, enemy, frenemy, like I don't even say anything. I literally don't say a word. The dude subscribes to me. This is how bad it is. Guys, this is how bad it fucking is. The dude subscribes and he's here. I'm gonna read it again. Seriously, at least Jason likes my work. I'm subscribed to David Gokhshtein. No one not one like or anything from him. Such a bitch. He even stutters online. And look, agreed.
You know
I'm a
what? It's funny because you are 100% correct because I'm constantly trolling you online too.
troll. No, somebody. I replied, "I'm a bitch," and Joseph said, "Troll."
Bro, I
You know what I
love the
should do?
internet so much.
You know what I really should do? I should one day have like mean tweets.
Yes, mean tweet segment. Oh my god, yes,
I should
please.
definitely have mean tweets, bro.
You get so much hate. I don't get enough hate. I need better haters.
Hold on, let me look for some meme tweets. Hold on.
He said, "Let me look for some mean tweets." Mean tweet of the week. Well, we should do mean tweets, and then you should have a meme tweet of the week. Mean tweet, meme tweet. Well, probably all. No, but a mean tweet of the week at the end of the week, Friday show. You pull up the winner of mean tweets.
I'm looking. I can't.
Joseph said, "Mom, I made it with my troll post." Shout out to Joseph.
I gotta find it.
Oh man.
I'll find some. I promise. Next time I go live, I'm gonna find some mean ass tweets, bro.
Yo. Yo, we gotta start bringing some fun back, man. We've even you and I got kind of serious there for a while with the political conversations, and obviously we still will, but we got to bring some fun back, man. It's gonna start getting fun again soon, so we got to start. We're gonna front run the fun.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of front running the front,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and look at the front that I'm having.
You know, so you were having fun on your run in upstate
Let's
New
look
York.
at the front. This is
Oh,
fun. This is so much fun, man. I can't explain how much fun I'm having. Thanks to thanks to
Thanks to David Gokhshtein for all the Happy Meals that folks are able to buy out there.
if you didn't tune in yesterday, I had a I had you fucking grizzly fucking snakes come into this goddamn show, and you threw this shit at me, okay? And David took $96 and went in. By the way, beautiful chart. I gotta say, what a chart!
Yes, look, it's a work of art as a chart.
I mean, this is.
At this point, you're in it for the art of the chart.
I took a flyer.
It's a flyer, all right.
It
flew up and then flew right back down, but it barely hit any kind of sizable market cap or liquidity.
Like what? And then I see Robotnik out there fucking. He's bull posting. He made the call. I'm out here like, yo, like
wild work. Wild work by Doc. Bro got a pack of Newports off you right there, bro.
Motherfuckers went ahead, bundled this. I'm not saying him, but whoever it was. By the way, though, like, speaking of bundles, this shit is. It looks like they're gone. So there might be a chance here, ladies and gentlemen. This might go to 100K.
Yo, I'm sorry. Just saying. This is where we're at in the space now. This might go to 100K. Yo, you remember back in the day when we would be like, yo, man, can't wait till this goes to 100K?
Yo, should I just add that as a thesis?
Yo, that's your thesis. Yo, I'm in all these. Yo, you gotta just be.
Nah, hold on. I ain't gonna write that.
You gotta be like, look at this rudder. It's near 100K.
Sources confirm this might go to 100K. It hit 100K at 2 o'clock in the morning. Congratulations. Congratulations. Somebody's bar mitzvah got paid.
Oh man, just think about the life-changing gains you could have at 200K.
This guy said, I now gonna get fucked over by Augie twice. Hold on 1 second. The first Augie that at least I was in, that shit went to 7 million. So I don't feel fucked over at all.
It actually
I
cooked
think-
pretty good.
Yeah, that Augie cooked, bro. Like, so I don't know. So I'm actually surprised that the Augie on Solana didn't cook. Well, listen, hold on. This is day 2. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yo, it's such
This could
fucking
go
wild
to
work right
100K,
now.
guys. Like, this is
So
crazy.
dead. Yeah, I am so dead. That's such wild work.
If I had money,
If I ruled the world.
oh my god, you guys are terrible, man. You could have just asked me for money. I would have gave it to you. Like,
You could go to gocksteincharities.com.
some people contacted me. Yo, some people say, "Yo, Dave, run it up at a principal." I'm like, no, like I'm not gonna run it up at a principal.
What? So you could just dump all over me? If
what
you
was
need a
that about?
cheeseburger, I'll get one for you.
They're like, you can hold it while and you can show that you have diamond hands. Fuck your suck. Yeah.
You too can be a community member.
Yeah. David, you always talk about community.
We need a veteran community member. We're gonna onboard David Gockstein.
Yo, somebody said, somebody just said, I can't breathe, bro. Oh my god. They said you paid for Robotnik's hospital lunch. Yo, I'm done.
And a pack of Newports out the door.
Yo, Chad 007 says 100K is the new 100 milli.
It's so true.
Boys, we winning out here in these streets. Boys, we winning. Yo, don't hold on. Didn't Pump.Fun come out with a program? By the way, you want to say this show is sponsored by FOMO. My boys at FOMO. That's what I'm talking about. But Pump.Fun, obviously news related, they came out with something. They are so trying to battle. You know, this is what healthy competition does, but they're so trying to battle FOMO. That says a lot. When a company that has been around for they've had obviously FOMO's been around for 18 months.
Yeah.
Pump's been around for longer. And they're just like, they're supposed to be leading the charge. They're not. They're trying to compete with FOMO now. That says a lot, and FOMO's just getting started, respectfully. Look, I want
FOMO's
the
putting on volume. They are.
They are.
They've been doing well.
But apparently now to try to entice more people to stay on Pump, they're paying people. You can get paid for call outs, apparently. So if you call out your favorite project, you're getting paid for it. Am I right on that?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think you get like a percentage or something on of. Is it going to be from fees or something? See, that's where you always want to know where the money's actually coming from.
I'm so focused on FOMO, and I'm not just saying that because I've been talking about FOMO since it came out, and I'm like, this is game changer. Like, I have friends that can testify to that. I was like, yo, FOMO is game changer. That's why I wanted to get them on here. That's why when I was trying to, that's why I wanted to talk to them, because I was like, yo, this is great because it's going to show people's whole time. It's going to show people's convictions. It's going to show your thesis on why this shit is good. Like, it's game changer. It's what people were trying to build, but they couldn't put it together. And here you have it now. Like right now, I can write about Augie. I can write, yo, again, 100K. I can see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. I can write whatever I want, and people can see it. People that are following can see it. So
Yep.
I don't know, man. Lucky's talking about David. China's about to run this up when they wake up.
Yo, wait for the China Open, bro. Wait
Man,
for the
that's
China
cool.
Open.
I think it's funny.
We need that Asia session pump.
I'm not. I will continue. You know what? I might just buy.
You know
I might
what?
just buy every day, like $50, and I want to see what, because you don't know in the bull. Once the bull comes, I'm telling you, it's happened to me before, man. The market changes, and all of a sudden, the shit that you're in, it is sending. But if you collect a
David,
lot of good stuff and a lot of good narratives, that just can happen.
here's what I miss and what we need to bring back. We need the Chinese chain smoking cabal to come back to crypto, right? We need them like just sitting there chain smoking and just mashing tickers. Like you know what? If we're gonna do tickers and have ticker season, because it's gonna happen either way, we need
Yeah.
them back. I need some video of a bunch of Chinese dudes chain smoking in a room, just laughing and joking again, and absolutely sending things.
Speaking of, hold on one second. This is a new one. It's actually a new one. Let's look at this. We talked about the Fed rate already, but Polymarket is the official prediction market sponsor of the breakdown. And I wanted to look at this. I just saw this pop up. Presidential election winner in 2028. They have Vance winning against AOC. AOC, him at 23%, AOC at 13%. You got Rubio at 12%. I don't see Rubio running for president.
I think that's what a lot of people in the market are assuming, right? That the vice president's going to run for president. So that's why Marco's down further on the list. He of course got a bump because he's Marco, and Marco actually I think he has a wider appeal to a broader electorate than even JD Vance. But bro, AOC isn't going to stand a chance if she tries to run. She doesn't stand a chance, and they will try to shove her down everyone's throats if she does run, but she doesn't stand a chance. She can try to move to the middle now and try 2 years of farming that, but it's not going to work. She doesn't have this is going to be very, very mean, but it's true. She doesn't have the intelligence to actually articulate herself. She's a
And that's not because she's a
awful
woman
debater.
either.
She's an awful debater. She's easily frustrated. She then tries to spin things and it doesn't work out well for her. And there's no fixing that. That's the core of who she is.
By the way, that has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. I can say this, and I know people will probably get on me for this, but Hillary knew how to express herself. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She was badass. Even Trump said it.
Oh yeah, she can hang. She was sharp. She still is sharp. See, that's the thing. You don't have to like her. You can literally despise somebody and acknowledge that they are good at what they do. And she was very good at what she did. Very good public speaker, really good, probably one of the best female debaters in all of politics. Like she had a really good way of taking especially in a debate. And now Trump was better though. He got her. That's why he won. Because he's a better debater. He's better at moving things into his realm where he's comfortable.
Yeah.
But she gave him the best challenge that he's had.
But I'll
in
say
any
the
political
reason
setting.
why they couldn't win against Trump because he was off the wall.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like it's not, Hillary would have won if it was a regular politician. But here's Trump, who it's the truth. Hillary would have been president.
Sorry, I'm laughing about Lutz because he just said she had the best lesbian hairstyle in the game.
Oh, we're done on TikTok.
Sorry, Hillary. Big
It's
fan.
okay. It is what it is.
I
We have no
value
visibility here. The only
value my
visibility I
life
have is
here.
like in the beginning of the show, there's like 150 people, and then as soon as I play a commercial, it's done. It's gonzo.
I
don't know
think
for
that
what reason.
that is likely what the restriction is because you run
I've
commercials.
already. I have to
Super
run
commercials.
commercials. I already told them. Like, there's not all the commercials that I run are mine. So it just doesn't make
And
any
they
sense.
I don't understand. Is it because you run commercials in a traditional show format that they don't like? Because that has to be it. It has to be the format that it's in because there's plenty of people that I think maybe TikTok is just so used to people shout out sponsors versus running the sponsor's ad. Maybe that's where the algo is getting tripped up or something.
Yeah.
There's got to be something there because nothing that you're doing here is not original. It's your original content. It's
My content.
sponsor content.
Our design team, everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's
It's
interesting.
absolutely crazy. We had some guy, I don't even know who these people are, say that la 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 lol 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 lol. FOMO could never compete with Pump.Fun. They're two different fucking. They do two different things. If you up until recently,
Yes.
done two
Two
different,
very
things.
different things. Yeah.
One's
Up
not
until
almost
recently.
not a launch pad. Like, I mean, what are people serious, man, when they say these comments? Bro, it's
They don't know what they're
I don't have
talking
time.
about in most
I just don't
cases.
have time.
They
I don't have
haven't
time.
researched it.
No.
But they certainly
FOMO's a
have an
great app.
opinion about
I think
something they didn't
FOMO's.
research.
I'm not just saying that because they're a sponsor, but FOMO's. Look, you guys know this because I brought on the FOMO team multiple times. I've tried with Pump.Fun, no answer. And if you think Jews work together, well, I keep telling you guys, this whole Jewish cabal that you talk about, it doesn't exist. It
That's
does not
PvP
exist.
out here. It's PvP.
It is 100%. So there you have it. The presidential, provided by the presidential winner of the 2028 election. Polymarket has JD Vance at 23%. So shout out to Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor of this program. So, man, listen, I still think 100 is crazy, man. 100K is easy money.
Yo, I gotta bring this up. So
What's up?
obviously, you know that I go to a few different Spaces shows,
Yeah.
right? And on
They
one
heard
of
about
those
it?
Spaces shows, there's a good friend of mine. I love him dearly. But he was like, bro, these NFTs over here are cooking. I was like, cool, what are that? And he's like, 0.1 ETH. And I was like, what? You're calling that a cook, bro? I was dying. He was like, whoa, but it's like, it was a low cost mint or a free mint or something. I'm like, bro, if that's considered a cook now, y'all are gonna be ecstatic when the bull market comes.
Y'all are cook for saying that it's a cook.
Yes.
That it's not a cook. It's not a cook.
That's where we are though right now in the bear market. That's where people are at. 100K is a cook, a 0.1 ETH NFT is a cook, and it's like, bro, if that's a cook, you are gonna be over the moon when the bull market comes back.
Augie's cooking, bro. It's at 47.
Sorry. He said it's at 47.
I'm all, you know what?
Let's brings up a good point.
Hey,
10x
hold
is a
on.
10x.
It is true. I did a 10x.
Yeah, 10x is a 10x. Yeah, I agree.
I'm still
I'll give you
holding.
that.
I'm still holding. I'm a holder.
Bro, you haven't sold shit. You have held everything. You got to sell at some point.
What am I
What the
doing in
hell?
this market, by the way? I hold everything. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, just hold.
Bro, you're just a shopper. That's it.
I'm a hoarder.
You're a hoarder.
I see it on discount, I buy it. Throw it in the fucking closet.
That's the Jew in you, bro. It's like, oh, dude, this is a discount. Buy it,
Somebody
put it in the
said,
attic.
how did I'm not gonna say his how did Mike, I'm not gonna say the rest, run a coin to 10 million in one day? I know how. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to play that game. This is supposed to be
You still hold Lunk.
Who? Oh,
Lunk,
yeah, I
it's what
do.
Terra Luna became.
I
Lunk.
do. I still have Terra Luna, bro.
Yo, he's got 10% supply on Lunk.
Go look at where I called Terra Luna.
No wonder you
And
love
then look-
community so much. You literally are the community for
I
everything.
am. This is why you can't win on the internet, right? It's kind of it is fucking crazy because here I am, a holder. I'm providing exit liquidity for everybody. I'm the guy who is there's a burning building and
Bro runs into it and lets it burn down around him. What?
No. I'm holding the door up or the beams. I'm holding them up. I'm like, get out, guys.
Somebody put
Get out.
David in the "This is fine" meme. You know the "This is fine" meme. It needs
Yeah.
to be David. It's just everything is on fire. This is fine.
Guys, I'm holding this shit. I'm like, get out.
You
I
are not
gotta
a hodler. You said it correctly. You are a hoarder. There is a
I am a
difference.
hoarder. I'm a fucking hoarder.
Even a
of-
hodler has a price at which they sell. David just hoards
Ugh.
forever. Yeah.
That's
David
why like,
literally
yo,
has equity in everything in this space.
like when people were asking me yesterday to like send it, a part of me, the old me that's dead and gone, wanted to prove a point, right? So I was about to. I was like a second away. But I was like, I'm doing it for the wrong reason. Like if we talk about community rallying, well, I went in. You guys put the ticker in here on my show. I went into it. Now what?
You were the community that would
Why,
rally.
why should it now be on me? Send it. Go ahead. I made a remark. I went ahead and said, I love Augie. I think it's great. So why am I supposed to be the one who, that guy, Mike, he just said, hey, I stumbled upon Toad.
Oh, sorry.
I just tripped into Toad. Oh,
I fell into it. Don't know how I got here.
I don't play in memes, but somehow this Toad.
Let's said DG held up Mount Gox for as long as he could, just shuttling everybody else out to the exits.
I created Mount Gox, remember?
Oh god. Yo, there was some weird narratives that were going on back in the day. Y'all don't even know some of the conspiracy theories that people spun up about David, and it's like straight up hilarious, some of it. Some of it was trolling that actually became like people's truth, and it was really weird and awkward and hilarious at the same time.
The shit, you know what? I am a good person because anybody else, oh my lord. And you know, like this is what I'm like. You know, what did Sakasa say? When we were talking yesterday for 3 hours on that space? Sakasa said something. What word did he use?
On the David and Sakasa show? Yeah.
I want to say growth. I don't want to say growth. It was, I can say growth, but like I have evolved
Yes.
because the old me,
I think some mimetic sorcery words were in there somewhere as well, and like something about metamorphosis, and I mean, Sikasa's a wordsmith, so like I can't even replicate what he was saying.
nah. Mike has the tools. Yeah, he has money. I can put money into the chart, and yeah, the chart go up. Now what?
Yeah.
That's a community. Is that what you want? Like I could do it for. I could do. See there. Roll back. I've never. You know what it is? I've never had to do that.
Yeah, because
Anything
the
that I-
community came together on their own.
You know what it is? Because everything that I talk about is a slow cook. If you look at everything that I've ever talked about, it's a slow cook. And it takes time. It doesn't pop off the same day. That's because I'm not sitting on the laps of KOLs and influencers. I reject all that. If I wanted to, I could be a part of this fucking grand cabal.
Remind me when you were talking about Shiba and it sat there and did nothing for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Thank you. Shiba, Dogecoin did nothing when I was talking about it.
Yeah, for months and months. And all of a sudden, like a shot out of a cannon.
Oh, then he got motion. White boy got motion. I'm not even white. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not white. How the fuck can I be white? I wouldn't even exist. Shout out to Eminem. That Landy is white.
This is true.
I don't even know if he is, but seriously, he is white.
I'm white enough to own a yacht.
Somebody's screaming, David, do it for us. No. No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The old I can bring on a Keel Big Unk Patterson. He can tell you. Well, you know what? Hold on.
Are you gonna get Unk on? Big Unk? No, and shout out to Big Unk. You know, me and him don't agree on a lot of things politically, but he is a good dude. He is a very good dude. And he knows he was there for a lot of your path through this space.
We'll have him call into the show. Hold on. Where the fuck's the phone?
Did you drop it or did you just drop the pen? I saw the pen go flying. I heard that thing hit the floor. Did the phone hit the floor too? What happened?
Kiss my ass.
Yo, you know why he won't lean over to pick it up? Because he's probably got 1,000 bottles of water next to him.
Oh,
right now.
no. I'm looking. I was looking for my. I know where my phone is. It's not here. Hold on. Let me see if I can connect. It's not even here to connect. Fuck. Is that Robotnik? Beefy Jeff? Is that him?
Could be. Could be.
Shit. How do I call him with
What? Even
won't
more
connect.
wild work if it is, because I think it might be.
Hold on, Puppet. Talk to him. Let me fucking get 1 second.
Hello. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Bitcoin puppet. Bonjour. For those that don't know the puppet lore. For those that think that I don't know memes. Oh boy. You're very, very wrong. He only talks about Bitcoin, guys. He only knows how to trade Bitcoin. He doesn't know about shit coins and meme coins. Oh boy. I have an entirely different personality behind the scenes. The front-facing Bitcoin puppet is here to deceive you into believing that he is only a Bitcoiner. But it's all a lie. It's fugazi. It's fugazi. It's fairy dust. I'm in all your charts, every single one, including this one that we were just talking about. Thanks. I hope you got a cheeseburger off of me. My God. The state of the trenches when 100K is a cook, when 0.1 Ethereum floor on an NFT is a cook. My God, how far we've fallen. We've fallen so far. But this is how you know you're in the bear market. When these are the cooks, well, just wait, because the kitchen's just getting prepped for the bull market. Right now, you can literally go anywhere and take flyers on a ton of stuff. You don't have to spend a ton of money on every damn ticker, but you can put flyers out there on a ton of stuff, and you can sit back. A lot will go to dust, but you can sit back and watch that portfolio absolutely rip when the bull market turns.
How's he not picking up, bro?
How does this sound like I'm literally calling him? That is the loudest ring.
Have a great day and an even better tomorrow.
Hell yeah, he said that on his voicemail, bro. That is awesome.
I use that, and I always give him credit. Do you guys not hear? I'm like, have a great day and an even better tomorrow. Akil Patterson, shout out to you every single time.
I didn't know it was his voicemail, bro. That is all right.
You, he put me on, bro.
Love
calling
it.
You.
Love it.
He's like, send link.
Oh, did he tell you send the link?
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if he picks up now. Let's see. Hold on. Hello? Yo.
Yo. You hear me, right?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is there any echo?
No, there's no echo.
Do you guys hear any echo?
I don't hear an echo. Just when you're talking to him, you're loud enough that it comes through his microphone.
All right, am I good or no? Are we good? Okay, listen, Akil, we are live with Akil Big Ung Patterson, okay? All right.
He can't hear the applause break.
He can hear the applause. You heard
the
applause?
He can. Okay.
Akil, did you hear the applause or not? Is he with us? What the fuck is going on?
I heard the applause and I'm here.
Okay, sorry. For some reason, this shit keeps on switching into my ear pods. Man, it's weird. Anyway, Akil, so all right, we're talking about, me and Landy are diving into the past about, or we're just talking about crypto and stuff. And, Landy's calling me a community member, all these nasty things and stuff, right?
All these nasty things. Give me a break.
Yeah, see, there you go again. Hold on.
I said he's a hoarder.
What is happening? Hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. Oh, shit.
I
know
hear
why.
Unk.
Hold on.
I hear
No,
Unk.
I know why it's happening. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, because they were on the desk.
All right, Akil, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. Now we're on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got Akil Patterson on the phone. Akil Big Unk Patterson. Big Unk.
What's good, guys?
All right, listen, Unk. So Landy's been saying so many bad things about me.
You can't even say that with a straight face, bro.
No, I'm talking about, like, I was saying, like, you guys don't even know. You don't even know how insane I am. Because, like, obviously we have new viewers here and new people that tune in and shit. And I'm like, right now, like, okay, so let me make this simple. Yesterday, I opened up the chart for FOMO. There's a FOMO app that sponsors the show. I'm on here looking at FOMO. And I'm talking about, and I retweeted it out to the public. Come in here, let's talk about some memes. People came in. Somebody dropped a meme that I like, okay, that I've liked for a really long time. I go into it. In the past, I would have 60K, 80K, 100K. Is this not the truth? What was I doing? Here. What was I doing in I'm going to ask you these questions and please answer them correctly. What was I doing in 2021 when I was going into fucking protocols and memes?
There was one time you texted me at midnight Pacific Standard Time, so that had to be 3 a.m. on the East Coast, 2 a.m. And you said, hey, should I drop 20K on this I don't even know what the fucking meme it was, but you asked me should I drop 20K, and I rolled back over, looked at my phone, and I texted you back, "Are you fucking stupid?" So yes,
Hell yeah,
David,
Big Unk.
you
Hell
you
yeah.
Do you remember?
you are.
Do you
Yeah.
remember when you told me about? And it
Oh,
was good.
come on.
But you remember Omi?
Yeah.
And
It
how
was-
much did
it's
I
still-
lace into Omi? And you told me to stop.
I think you I think you're at like 40K because you called back over to our friend who was on a golf course and he was like, "Didn't we already buy that shit?" Our Canadian friend. You texted him. You were like, called him up right in front of me.
Do you know how much I put into Omi?
I didn't know the VV Omi lore behind David Gockstein. Holy crap. Let me find
I
out.
put in $80,000 into Omi because of not. Hey, listen, Akil just said, "Hey, Marvel." I go look, they're doing things with Marvel, and I'm like, "Oh, this is dope." Marvel, are you kidding me? Iron Man, Blade, all this shit went in, started going. Spider-Man started rip. I'm like, yo. So at first I went in with 30, then another 30, then.
Oh Lord.
I was going in.
Yeah.
I must have gone in with like at least $500,000 over.
On Omi or just
No,
in
just
general?
like that's just general. Like it's probably more than that, but that's just in general.
Well, hold on. There was one time
Oh,
I
God.
think you put 5K into SafeMoon just to get people to shut the fuck up. You said that to me. You're like, you said I'm going 5K in SafeMoon just to get these people to shut the fuck up when I criticize it.
Yo, that's hilarious.
You guys don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate me.
David literally set money on fire in front of all of you.
Oh
just
my
to
God.
Say, just so he could talk shit on it, though. Let me be very clear. He put the money in just to talk shit on SafeMoon. He was like, yo, and he asked somebody in the audience, he was like, did you see the $5,000 buy? 3, 2, 1, you hit it. Somebody was like, yeah, I can verify it went through. And you're like, good. Now I'm going to talk shit on this thing for like another hour.
Y'all don't know me, the old me. Yo, I put $5,000 into SafeMoon, and this is like, I said it was horse shit from the beginning until the end. I put 5K.
Yeah.
I had Newsweek contact me, the New York Post, everybody about SafeMoon. I'm like, horse shit.
It still was dog shit.
Dog shit. I called it.
Absolutely. Yes.
You called it.
From the get. You remember how many people jumped me the first day I came into the room?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you bought the 5K. You're like, I'm gonna buy 5K just so I can talk shit on people.
Yo,
it was insane.
I was crazy back then, man. I ain't gonna front. I am not a little front. I was wild. I put 5K into something so I could talk shit on it.
There was a it wasn't ENS.
Stop. I don't want to. Yo, I'm feeling nauseous right now, bro.
No. There was one coin I can't remember because we all came out ahead. On
Except
it.
me.
It was
except me, probably.
No, you did. I think you did too because so Long Socks had texted us in a little group.
I can't. I'm dead.
And he's like, and he said, guys, this one's really gonna hit. And I remember putting in like $1,000 and then coming out with like 15. And then the 2 football players that we were chilling with back then, they came out with good stacks. But then the coin just dropped off the face of the earth. I mean,
I probably dropped with it, man.
Well, your dead doggy wallet definitely died.
Oh my God.
You had so many dogs and cats. I thought you were running an ASPSCA fucking home. It was insane. You would not stop buying. You're like, I'm buying every dog and cat meme out there. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. David, you didn't sleep. There was one point, our friend who had that Cryptos and Coffee, Jess, she told you, David, put your wallet away. You were worse than a freaking drug addict at a crack den.
Hold on, let me just sign off with Landy. Thank you so much for jumping in here today. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, man. It's great to hear you, Big Unk. And David, you guys chop it up some more. This is a great combo because going down
Terrible.
every lane is hilarious.
It's terrible.
So I'll see you
Terrible.
tomorrow, brother.
Thanks, Landy.
Yeah, we were just like, we were reminiscing on, like, you know, essentially how, you know, I go into things and I'm like holding the line. I'm throwing money in. Everybody's exiting. I'm getting teabagged. You know, like now I'm a little bit different. Yesterday, Akil, I go into this thing called Augie because it was put into the goddamn chat. The first Augie I went to 7 million. It did well. I called it, I think, at around 50K, some shit like that. It went to 7 million on Ethereum. Somebody came out with Augie on Solana. So they throw it into the chat. And I'm like, I'm looking, I'm hesitating. Fuck it. I'm on FOMO. Let's fucking do it. FOMO, the application in general. I'm like, all right, I got $96 in this motherfucker. 96. Bro. Then I put in another 96. Then I put in 4 Solana. Now I'm like, hold up. Now I'm getting crazy. And Landy had to go ahead and say, yo, stop. Because now people are egging me on to send it, right? Meanwhile, the shit is completely, I'm talking about this fucking token, not now, but yesterday, it was bundled up like a motherfucker. Like people were, yesterday I fed the poor. I'll put it that way. We could have done this differently. Y'all didn't need to throw a fucking link into the goddamn conversation. Y'all could have asked me for money if you're poor. Like that it could have been that. We could have avoided the gas fees and all that shit. Transactional fees. Like, hey, you need money? No problem. I feel like, what's that commercial? What is it? JG
Wentworth?
Some shit like that. I felt like that fucking organization.
Yeah, Cash
Anyway.
Now. Called 1877 Cash Now.
Yeah, that's what I am. 1877 Cash Now. That's how you look at me. And I don't even get a thank you note. I get hate. Anyway.
You've been exit liquidity for many projects.
Yo, fuck you guys. Fuck you. Fuck Landy. Fuck all you motherfuckers, bro. Like, fuck y'all. I am not EA. Well, yeah, I am exit liquidity. Okay, I am.
Yeah.
I am exit. Fuck. Anyway.
You are EXL. You are the exit liquidity. Whenever there's a project that's getting ready to get rugged, David's money's there to help you survive just another few more days.
That is horrible. Wow. This is how I'm going down in the fucking history books as the guy who comes in and you take his money and teabag him as you're walking out the door, man, and take his sandwich.
I'm not gonna say you take your sandwiches.
No, they take my sandwich. They took your
cookies. They took your cookies.
They took. There you go. There you go. Shout out to you, Akil Big Unk Patterson. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'll call you right after the show, though. The show will probably be over
All
in about
right,
20
brother.
minutes. I'll holler at you.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon.
That's Akil Big Unk Patterson, the guy who I got. Well, I use the phrase "Have a great day and an even better tomorrow." That comes from Akil Patterson, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from my bros. I don't know if this is something to be proud of, that I am exit liquidity on like most of your things. Or somebody said Augie's at 39. Let's go, bullish. Man, I mean, even the Bobo Bros tuning in. Prosper. Fucking. I called Bobo at 500K. It's sent to 232 million. And it went back down to, I don't even know. I think 6 million. I didn't take no profit. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I really do not know. And I'm the bad guy. It is an incredible feat. what I am doing, I got to tell you, what I've been able to do, where I've been able to call things and they go to millions, and I hold, and I round trip, and I'm still somehow hated. It is an accomplishment. I cannot lie. That is an accomplishment in its own right. That is, holy shit. Holy moly. I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying any of your shit anymore. Do not tell me what to buy. You guys set me up yesterday. The only thing, this guy's right. If once I select a white bull, whatever contract that is, that you guys sent to me in my goddamn thing, whatever I select, that's something I'll pour money into. Nah. You gonna set me up here, then you're gonna have me work, and then you're gonna dump on my forehead. No, I refuse. I have changed. I will no longer do that. Here is a CA for Augie. Can everyone put in $20? Guys, send it. You know what? All right, this is what I'll do. I don't even know if I should do this. Let me think. Nah. No, I promise myself. I'm a market participant which analyzes the markets and tries to call it. I try to call it as best as I can. No. And I'm trying to bring back the markets. I'm trying to bring back the enthusiasm, the value, all that stuff. I'm trying to do it, the white bull movement. I cannot. Almost. You almost had me. Listen, I am in Augie, though. So, hold on. I am in Augie. This is kind of disrespectful, too. Though I haven't pushed it. I haven't gone onto the timeline and said anything. But you guys know it's on the FOMO. I went ahead and bought it on FOMO. Easy, man. Easy. It was easy. Anyway, I'm answering questions. You guys don't even know what I'm answering. It is 3 o'clock. Holy shit. We've run out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate Taylor coming on here today. Check out Talk to Me, Taylor. Okay. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Great show. Great personality. Superstar in the making, 100%. She's been out there. She's interviewed notable fucking people in this world. She got hot takes. Listen to her. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays and Wednesdays, you got Rob Nelson from the mainstream media world. Former Fox on show. Show on Fox. The fuck did I just say? Show on Fox. You can still go ahead and tune into him Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Landy, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 8 p.m. But Mondays and Wednesdays, it's 9 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. That's right. And me every single day, Mondays through Fridays. But I might tell you guys something. I am working on something huge. And I know, I'll just leave it like that. It is huge. I'm thankful. Positive energy. Keep moving forward regardless of bumps or whatever's thrown your way. Just continue to move forward. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is your energy is directed here. Front, moving, forward, moving, move forward. That's it. Block out all the noise. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to love you. It doesn't matter. You got to continue to build. If you want it bad, build. I want this Wall Street bets movement part 2. I'm going to do it. I know. Because I have it in me. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going to do it. So You know what? Augie is up to you guys. Augie is up to you. I'll buy every day, and maybe I'll just buy a little bit here and there, here and there. I'll say here and there. What the hell is it? I'm not inside. There's no insider trade. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, have a great day and an even better tomorrow. I'm out.